Hello, my name is Steve Miller, and this is the first in a series of creating iOS development provisioning profile. Specifically, we will be looking at creating an iOS development certificate. I have a step-by-step tutorial here at dentedghost.blogspot.com that you can follow along and refer to, and it is specifically the Appium tester's perspective for creating iOS development certificates. The major prereq for this is that you actually have a paid iPhone developer program account. And if you don't, you can sign up for one by going to developer.apple.com. The current cost is $99. If you are really new to provisioning profiles, skillmasters.net have created a really nice introduction that I've included here, and it will go over the basics of how it talks about there's three major categories. You have to have permissions set up, your app needs to have permissions set up, and your device needs to have the permissions. Once you have those, you can properly sign an app. To begin creating the iOS development certificate, we need to visit the Apple Developer Member Center and then go ahead and click on certificates. So go ahead and visit developer.apple.com and you should see a page similar to this. Click on Member Center and then log in with the username that you have with your iPhone developer account and that specific password, and then go ahead and click Sign In. The layout to this has recently changed, but it may change in the future too. But really what you're looking for is certificates, identifiers, and profiles. So go ahead and click on that. And that will bring you to this page. On this page, we're specifically looking for iOS apps. And then I'm going to have you go ahead and click on certificates. Now that you're here on iOS certificates, I want you to go to the plus sign and click on the plus sign. And then there's a lot of different options here, but I want you to choose under development, choose the iOS app development and select that. There is an intermediate certificate down here, the Worldwide Developer Relations Certificate Authority. You can go through the process of downloading and installing this, but we're going to skip that because Xcode will actually do the work for us when we go to sign, so we get this for free. So to keep it simple, I'm going to skip this step and allow Xcode to automatically install this. Then go ahead and click Continue. Next, what we need to do is we actually need to go out to the keychain axis and request a certificate from the certificate authority. So you need to go into keychain access, certificate assistant, and request a certificate from the certificate authority. To do that, go up to Finder and type in keychain, and you'll see keychain access. When that pops up, go ahead and click on it. Then what we need to do is we need to go up to keychain, and then we go down to certificate assistant, and then we need to request a certificate from the certificate authority. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use your email address that you have with your developer account. Your common name is your name, and then simply click Save to Disk, and then click Continue. And we can save this. You can go ahead and save it to let's just save it to your desktop, and then click Save. And now you should see that certificate displayed on your desktop. Go ahead and click Done. Now we can return back to the developer.apple under your certificates, identifiers, and profiles, and then go ahead and continue from where we left off and go ahead and click on the continue button. Now it's going to ask you to choose the certificate that you just created, so go ahead and click choose file and then go to desktop and choose that specific file and click open, and then go ahead and click generate. Now we can go ahead and download the iOS development certificate that we just generated, so go ahead and click download, and either you can go to your downloads or say show in Finder. Now, before we install it, we're going to go back to our keychain access. So we're going to search keychain access, and then we're going to go down to our certificates. So in our certificates, you may have more than this, but right now, this is what I currently have for certificates. So now I'll move this down. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and double click on the iOS development certificate, and you will now see that your iOS development certificate is installed as part of your keychain access. One thing that you may see is that when you double click on the iOS development certificate, you may get prompted for this message where it says, do you want to add? Go ahead and just click add. And again, then you'll see it here in your keychain access, and that's the basics of creating an iOS development certificate.